What's up, fam? Thank y'all once again for tuning in. As always, like, share, comment, subscribe, and when you subscribe, be sure to hit that notification button so that every time I drop a video, you will be notified. Today, I want to bring a story out of the great state of Alabama. And this has to do with a city councilman and the use of the N-word. So this past Monday in Tarrant, Alabama, they was having a city council meeting, and Councilman Tommy Bryant, an elderly white dude, and I will put the video in, I'll put two links in the description box. One will have the 15-second clip, and another one will have an interview that was done after the incident. But anyway, Tommy Bryant on Monday night stood up in his 15-second clip. You see that he stood up and he uttered the words, "Do we have a house N-word in here? Do we? Do we? Will she please stand up?" Pointing to, making reference to fellow city councilman or city council person, woman, Veronica Freeman, who is an Aboriginal. Now, when you watch this 15-second clip, one of the first thing that I noticed is that there's a brother sitting right in the midst of all this, and he says nothing. He makes no remarks. He doesn't hold his head up. His facial expression doesn't change. His body language, matter of fact, it seems like it's slumped into the chair. But I'll get to that brother in a minute. Back on Tommy. So Tommy made this statement claiming that, he felt in the interview that he felt it was something that he had to do because he just brought up a term that was used earlier, that he claims was used earlier in the city council meeting by that Aboriginal guy who is the mayor of Tarrant, Alabama. And Tommy said that the mayor used that same phrase against the Sister Freeman. And this is probably why the brother didn't say anything. But again, let me finish my little notes and then we'll get back to it. So Tommy said, when asked in the interview, they asked him if he would resign. He said absolutely not. They even asked the man, was he a racist? Did he feel he was a racist? And he said that it depends on what your definition of a racist is. Red flag. So he said that if you go by the definition of the people, of the citizens, then he feels that, yes, he probably is. But if you go by the actual definition of a racist, then he says, no, he's not a racist. So if you look up the actual definition of a racist, it pretty much says a person who believes that people are different, mentally, physically, or whatever, due to the color of their skin or their race, and that you believe that one is superior, one race is superior than the rest. Now, if he's going by that definition and he says he's not a racist, then what definition does he think he is? Because most people gonna think that same thing. So to me, it's like a slippery slope answer. Like he was pretty much staying on code, but kind of off code, not really on, straddling the fence, but letting his people know what team he's still on, no matter what. He also, I think the reason why he used the word also was that it was brought to everyone's attention in the city council meeting that his wife used the N-word in a Facebook post. So I guess he was trying to show that, hey, well, the mayor used it, and then he felt like he could, stand up and say it, shout it out to the mountaintops. and wouldn't get no trouble. But my thing is, when he said that he wouldn't resign, my question is, why would he? Why would he resign? This man is a racist white supremacist, suspected white supremacist, I'll say that. And he has the support of his people. The news store tried to say that a lot of people were upset with him, but the only people I saw the interview was other council people that had, of Aboriginal council people. I didn't see any Anglo-American quoted anywhere, which they probably were, but like I said, not in this news story at all. But this brings me to this point. When dealing with a lot of situations, let's say dealing with white supremacy, and you have to sometimes go to the extreme. You'll have people that say there's no racism. And then you have people that say it's nothing but racism. And then you'll have people that'll say, it's kind of a gray area. But sometimes in order to eradicate stuff, you have to go to the extreme. You have to go to the extreme and say everything, any and everything dealing with this country or this world falls under white supremacy, racism, white supremacy, and you have to look at it that way in order to eradicate it. I mentioned in a previous video about a story in the scriptures where the Most High told Saul to destroy the Amorites, I believe, 1 Samuel chapter 15. And again, this is I'm not going to preach. You can believe whatever you want to believe about religion or what have you. Like I always say, whether you're a religious person or not, a Christian or not, I always say that the scriptures is a blueprint on how to live. No matter how you look at it, if you could just take the stories, understand what the stories are saying, it'll teach you how to live your everyday life to the fullest. So anyway, like I say, the Most High told Saul to destroy these people because they tried to stop his people from leaving Egypt. So he said, I saw what they did. I need you to go in there and wipe them out. And when you go in there and wipe them out, I mean wipe them out. Man, women, children, animals, everything. Take nothing, leave nothing. Saul and his soldiers went in, destroyed the Amorites, if I'm saying it correctly. But let the king survive, save some cattle, save some sheep. And next thing you know, the Most High got mad, stripped Saul of everything, and but he was hard-headed. But that's not the point. The point of the story is the Most High is telling you, you have to eradicate things completely. Police force. Some people say the police force is fine. Some people say the police force needs, need to be destroyed. Then you got those people that's in the gray area. There should be no gray area when it comes to things like the police force. It's either great or it ain't. But if it ain't great, eradicate it. Let's make it great. That's the quickest way you can do it. That's the quickest way you can do anything. If you got a house and you want to redo a house, you can sit there and you can have an old house and say, I'm going to not rebuild it, but kind of remodel it, kind of refurbish it a little bit, piece by piece, try to make it look like it used to, make it look brand new. Or you can just go knock that son of gun down and have it built back up, get you a good team and have it done in about a month or two, maybe 3 at the most, depending on the weather. So, like I said, you have to sometimes eradicate things, but you have to look at it as an all or nothing thing. There is nothing wrong with that when it comes to eradicating something that is oppressing everyone. Yes, you will have times where you can get city council seats. You can become the mayor. You can become president. But it's only like limited positions that you'll get, and it's only a limited number of things that you can control. That brother was a mayor. Okay, so back to the mayor. What Tommy said was that he only used that phrase because, like I said, the mayor said it to the other council lady. If that is the case, because they said the council lady, she was crying, she was upset, and that's what Tommy was trying to say, was that, the brother that was a mayor upset her more than what he said. Which if that's true, I would tend to believe that, because I think it would hurt more if someone would call me, first of all, and call me the house N-word. That'll hurt. You know what I'm saying? That would hurt. But then, brother, you did it. If this white man is telling the truth, you did it in a room full of Anglo-Americans. And that is what got you off code. That is where you went off code. That is unacceptable. One, you do not say things like that in front of them folk. Two, you sure in the hell do not say that to a sister in front of all them folk. Because what that makes you look like is a weakling, a coward. That makes you look like a Sambo. Not an Uncle Tom, but a Sambo. Because there's no way in the world you sit there and degrade, talk down to a sister in front of anybody out in public. You just don't do that. You make your point some other way. And I've, like I say, stated this before in other videos. It's just, even when I talked about a sister named Cynthia G, when she allowed this Anglo-American to come on her video channel and talk down to brothers. No, when you don't do it in front of them, and you don't let them do it to you in front of us. That is a no-no. Things like that is how that brother would get voted out from being the mayor, because Tommy said he gonna run for mayor next term, and I want to see if he does. I will be surprised if he doesn't win, because one, he got his people gonna have his back. You, my brother, you messed up and sat there and talked down on his sister in front of people, and sisters always, a lot of sisters try to say that we do not protect them in their time of need. This was a perfect opportunity for you to show protection to this sister. I don't know what she did. I don't know what the meeting was about. I don't know why you would sit there and have the gall to sit there and call her house in front of anybody. But that's something you should have said. That's something you could have kept, until y'all got back in the private quarters. But with that being said, like I say, old Tommy Show was letting you know that racism still exists. And it showed me too that I really understand now. I used to kind of understand it when I got a little older. I didn't get it, but now I understand now really why that word does need to be taken out of the dictionary, or just out of usage, period. Because there's hate behind it. If anybody say it's just like any other word, like you call somebody the B word, I mean, it's hate behind it. Depends on how you use it, regardless. But if you just take it away, but we know the origins are. The origins are hatred. The continued use of it is hatred. Even amongst us, if you just really look at it, a lot of times we use that word against each other, to down each other, tongue in cheek type thing. But we try to play it off and act like, nah, it's just a word we're saying, but we don't use that word for endearment all the time. Let's just be honest. Heck, I know I don't use it all. If I use it, I don't use it all the time for terms of endearment. I try to use it at all, you know. So like I said, let's just be honest about it. But yeah, I feel this word does need to be eradicated, like for real, extreme, just out of there. I don't want to hear us use it. I don't want to hear no one else use it. Now we can sit there and say we're using these songs, like you got people that are using the songs, but then you got the majority of people that buy your music are Anglo. When you go to the concerts, the majority of them big venue concerts are Anglo Americans, and they sit in front row and they rapping your song word for word, and you're using this word. It was one thing when it was underground. I could understand that a little bit more when it was underground, but now rap, hip hop is mainstream. You know, the number one, you know, music in the world. Can't use that. You can't use it in the same context no more. You know what I'm saying? You have to look at it differently. It has to be a change. So it has to be, hey, we can't use this word anymore. Shouldn't nobody use this word anymore. Anybody use it, you do it like this brother I saw in the video. I think it was like maybe in Africa or somewhere, and this white man call him the N-word or call him in a kata or something. And this brother did a jump punch, hit this dude, knocked him out, dragged him like out of the train. But you had some black women who tried to stop him from beating the man up and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, man, look, y'all need to leave that brother alone. Like I said, when there's grown men out here handling business, women need to step back. When we discipline our kids, women need to step back. And when we discipline them folk, women need to step back. So when that mayor didn't say nothing, when that mayor should have said something, that mayor should have stood up and disciplined Tommy, that'd have been a perfect time for that sister to stand back. But you see, she got up, left, was crying, was hurt. Like I said, that's unacceptable. But anyway, that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think about it. Like I said, I believe if we're going to eradicate racism, we got to look at everything like it's racism. Matter of fact, this book here, this Neely Fuller book, this United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept, a compensatory counter-racism code book by brother Neely Fuller Jr. Bought that book, been reading it. I mean, you have to. And what he says in that book is, if you do not understand racism, white supremacy, everything else would not make sense. And I believe that wholeheartedly. We got the governor in Texas trying to make it to where schools can't teach about Martin Luther King, the Native Americans, and pretty much just and saying that the KKK ain't bad, all because of this critical race theory, which again, as I said before, is not a theory. Racism is racism. But if I can call something critical race theory, then I can pass laws to denounce a theory. But I can't denounce a fact. So we just call it what it is, then we can't we call it what it is, and then there's nothing they can do about it. But anyway, like I said, tell me what you think, man. Leave your comments below. Like I said before, hey, you can give me a thumbs up, you can give me a thumbs down. Either way is fine with me. You can leave me a comment, man. You can share this video. Like I say, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know what you think about this. Like I said, I'm more. See Tommy, I did the video because I wanted people to see that, like I said, racism is still there. You can hide it, you can mask it however you want to. Anybody of another race will sit there and stand up and say this word like it ain't nothing, even though just because a brother said it first. I mean, it was just, you just opened the door for this dude. But anyway, I just want y'all to see on that point that racism still exists, and they are who they are. And on the other point with the brother, I want y'all to know that the brother, look, brother, you were off code majorly. One, you disrespected this sister in front of them folk, which you're not supposed to do. Two, when that dude doubled down on your disrespect, you didn't stand up and check him. Matter of fact, like I said, you held your head down and it looked like you cowered even more because you didn't want to say nothing. Bruh, you're in no position to lead no city. And I would say to Tarrant, Alabama, better go find you another brother, a real brother to be y'all mayor for next term. Because I mean, you don't want Tommy in there because you already see how he talking. And he going there, he's sure gonna be saying that word a whole lot, probably every day in his speech. Because the man said he wasn't gonna resign anyway. So anyway, I'm out of here. Until next time, peace.